So watch this space, keep an eye out on the website, ask a sales associate. I know I certainly will be asking about it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to film because I've been asked questions before about the 24/24 bag that Hermes has. So I thought I would sit down and film my impressions of the bag. Note that I actually never have actually owned the bag and never even felt the bag, seen the bag in person. So this is really just a genuine impressions based on what I can see on Instagram, based on what I can see on the Hermes website, and based on like kind of what I've read sort of on blogs and on the forums. So yeah, firstly, before I dive into the video, if you like luxury videos and you aren't already subscribed to my channel, then I would love if you would hit that subscribe button below and also hit that bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos, which is twice a week on a Wednesday and on a weekend. So yeah, my impressions on the 24/24 Hermes bag, and actually conveniently enough, because I wanted to film this video before but I just hadn't got around to putting together all the information, and I still feel like I've done a bit of a messy job of putting it together, but hopefully it'll all make sense. But conveniently, they've now actually come out with a 24/24 bag in the mini size, which is actually a 21cm one. So I think that this is actually perfect timing. So we're going to talk first about the sizes of the 24/24 bag. It's literally 24/24. And I'm sure that there's actually a reason why they've called it that, but I haven't gone ahead and researched why. If I find out why, I'll put it on the screen. Alright, so we have the first common size that most of us know is the 24/24 in the 29 size. So that is essentially a 29cm bag. The dimensions of the 29cm bag is that it's 29 centimeters in the length, 27 centimeters in the height of the bag, and then 14 centimeters in the actual depth of the bag. So that's the 29 size. And then there is the 24/24/35 bag. And the 35 bag dimensions are: length is 35 centimeters, height 25 centimeters, and then the depth is 15 centimeters on that. Now, those are the two common sizes that we know of. The 29 is the more known size, the more bought size, and that is because the 29cm actually comes with a shoulder strap, whereas the 35cm does not. So it's a handheld only bag. Now, the new size that they've come out with, I don't know the firm dimensions, but I do know that it is actually 21cm long, so the actual size of the bag is 21 centimeters. But yeah, let's talk now about the pricing. So the pricing on this particular bag in euro for the 29 size is 6,300 euro, and then in Australian dollars it's 12,875 for the 29 size, and then in USD it's 8,700. Now the price can kind of change a bit based on like the combination, but the pricing that I've pretty much given you is for Togo and Swift. So Togo being the predominant leather of the bag, and then Swift just being the closure part of the bag. As for the 35 size, I do have the US pricing, which is 9,400. Pricing I actually have in pounds for the 35 size is 6,700 pounds. Out of all the sizes, I actually do like the 21 size. I think it's super duper cute. However, that could just be the fact that it's like a mini size, and a 21cm size bag would be adorable. Let me get my Kelly 25 so you can kind of get an idea of what the 21cm size would look like. Okay, so I've got my Birkin 30. So this would be comparable to the 29 size. That is the most current like popular one, and then this is the Kelly 25. So the 21 size is only going to be a little bit smaller, but I think that you won't even really notice it. I feel like this would be comparable to the 21 size of the 24/24, the new release. So this is definitely going to be a very cute size in my opinion. It's something I'm going to be keeping an eye out for. My overall impressions with this kind of bag, it does kind of reminisce with the Kelly. Obviously with that top closure, it is a more slouchy casual version of the Kelly. It does have a pocket at the back, which I think is actually really cool. That is a very convenient feature. However, the straps actually attach at the back of the bag with like hooks at the back, kind of like with the Kelly Dance, how the hooks are at the back of the bag. That is something that I feel like with this bag is a slight detriment, because I think that with the actual size and weight of that leather, like being Togo, especially because it also comes in a Clemence variety too, that it even comes in Brenia as well, that it might kind of be a bit like tilty perhaps. Also the strap length, from what I understand, is not as long as the Kelly strap, but definitely cannot be worn crossbody. It is shorter than the Kelly strap from what I can see. The Kelly strap is about 90 centimeters, and I believe that the strap of the 29 size is around about 80 centimeters. I mean, around about 80 to 85 centimeters, so it does sit higher up. I've had a closer up look of the 21 size, and it even is potentially possible that they've made the strap adjustable, because looking at this picture that's been posted by one of the resellers that I do follow and would definitely shop from, it looks like they've kind of got like a buckle, rather than like clipping on like the Kelly bag, how it kind of, the strap would just clip on. It looks like it's more like a buckle, kind of exactly like how the Kelly Dance is, where it has that kind of buckle fixture. So it could actually be very well an adjustable strap. Definitely, yeah, one to keep an eye on. So like I was saying, it is reminiscent of the Kelly bag, but there are some things that I am not that wrapped in when it comes to the 29 and the 35 size. I think, like I said, the 21 size, I do like it because I feel like there is a lot of there's a lot more there that can be offered from a smaller bag in that particular style, because it's already quite a bigger bag. The way that it kind of wingspans out, like if you look at this, at the Kelly bag, it trapezes in, but the actual 24 bag has a wingspan out. It has a wingspan that is much wider than that of the Kelly. So kind of comes out a bit like that. So it's definitely a more casual looking bag. In the 29 size, it just makes the bag too big for my kind of liking in a shoulder bag, especially because it's got more depth to it as well, and it doesn't trapeze in. It just looks like a much bigger bag. It definitely looks like it'd be comparable in capacity to the Birkin 30, that 29 size, and then the 35 size, don't even go there. It looks like it could potentially be comparable to like a Birkin 40. So that's kind of why I haven't been really into this 24 bag, is that I just feel like it's not the kind of bag for me. It's a bit too, yeah, I feel like it would be too big on my body, and I don't have the kind of lifestyle that I really need that kind of big bag. That's why I don't even have a big tote bag in my collection. The biggest bag I have is the Birkin 30, and then the second largest is my Mini Maestra, and those sizes work really, really well for me. They're fantastic. But the 21 size for the 24 bag does throw a whole new spanner in the works, and it does make me think that potentially I would want to get this bag. I do feel like this bag in the 29 and the 35 size are definitely more targeted to like work bags, or maybe someone who needs to carry a lot, but I feel like they're more targeted as like work bags. That's kind of just the way I kind of perceive them. And the biggest thing that has made me not want to buy those other sizes that they've had for so long, the 29 and the 35, is that price point is so close to that of, it's pretty close to that of a Kelly bag. And especially in the pre-loved market, if you were to get a Kelly 32, you could definitely pick up a Kelly 32 for that price point, no doubt about it. And the capacity would be quite similar, if not actually potentially a bit smaller, because it trapezes in. However, the mechanism on the Kelly bag is a little bit more cumbersome than what it looks like to be on the 24 bag. But in my opinion, because I'm quite used to the Kelly, I don't find it cumbersome. I think the 24 is a little bit easier in the opening and the closing, but still quite comparable nonetheless. So that's kind of what's made me not want to get that bag when they had it in those other sizes, is that I would just much rather go and get a Kelly 32 pre-loved for that price, if not less. Actually, very likely less. You can pick up pre-loved Kelly 32s if they're like, you know, 6 years old, that sort of thing. You can pick them up for a really, really good deal for like pretty much under 11,000 Australian dollars. So whereas the 29 size of the 24 is already over 12,000. So that's where my headspace has sort of been out with that bag, and why it has never been something that I've really added to the wish list, and why I've just gone, you know what, I would just rather go pre-loved and get a Kelly bag, because it's a Kelly bag. You know, I feel like the shape of it is more the silhouette that I sort of like when it comes to that kind of sizing in the 32 size, and it still fits a substantial amount. And I also like the strap attachment for the Kelly bag, how it kind of attaches either side, and also as well the Kelly can be carried in the crook of the arm, whereas the 24 bag does not have a deep enough top handle to actually be carried in the crook of the arm. However, like I said, the 21-21 size does change it up, because if that price point means that it's going to be around about, say, 11,000 Australian dollars, it is still going to be more expensive than, say, getting a Kelly 32 pre-loved, of course. However, it is definitely much cheaper than going ahead and buying a Kelly 25. Even from the store, the Kelly 25, the retail price in Togo for a returned Kelly 25 is 15,350 or 15,400. It's around that price point. I know I have the exact amount on my channel in other videos. And then if you were to buy a Kelly 25 from the store, obviously it's hard to come by. In the resale market, the Kelly 25 and return brand new, you're looking for a neutral color around about like close to the $20,000 mark, actually more than the $20,000 mark. You could be looking at $23,000. I feel like the 24-24 bag and the 21 new size is definitely one to keep a close eye on. I feel like that is a really good contender for the Kelly 25 for those that find it difficult to get their hands on in the store, because I feel like, you know, if they continue to go on this whole making of more mini bags, which I noticed that Hermes is actually doing. I'm seeing more and more Pinkertons being listed, and seeing more and more Evelynes being listed online on the websites. I'm seeing them more come into the boutique. I'm seeing even more Kelly 25s coming into the boutiques and Birkin 25s, because there's so much demand for the smaller bags. So if they follow on that same trend of making bags, and they make more of this 21 size of the 24-24, then it could be an easier bag to get your hands on. Like if you're wanting to get a Kelly 25 and you're finding it quite difficult, you know, the kind of relationship and spending that's sort of involved quite typically. So now that is something that I'm going to keep an eye on, and I may very well be adding it to the wish list. And I never thought that I would, because I really wasn't a fan of the 24-24 bag, in that because of the other sizes and because of the price point. But now when I look at it, like with that new size, it's comparable to a Kelly 25. So, and there's a chance you might even be able to get it on the website, which makes it even, like, that's awesome. Then you don't even have to worry about, you know, waitlisting at the boutique, asking your sales associate and that sort of thing. I know particularly here in Australia, we don't get the best of stocks. Yeah, it's just, it is hard to get bags here, unfortunately. Like, it's not like you can't get them, but it just takes a long time, and usually you have to wait list and that kind of thing, or pester quite a lot. And if something's really hot and in demand, you're just waiting ages. Like the mini Lindy, I've been asking for one since it came out, and I still haven't gotten one. So it's been like about, I don't know, maybe about seven months or something, 8 months, and I'm still waiting on trying to get a mini Lindy. I'm still obviously waiting on a Birkin Kelly or Constance too. But yeah, I feel like now that they're bringing out this 21 centimeter size, that if there's a chance it's going to come up online, I'm definitely going to snap it up. I really think that I probably will, unless it's in a color I don't like. So I know this video was kind of a bit random, but I'd been asked my opinions on the 24-24 bag, and I've always been on the side of no, I don't feel like it's really worth it, where you can go and get a Kelly 32 pre-loved, or you can go and get a Kelly 35 pre-loved for much less. But now that they've added this new one into the mix, it has totally changed my whole perception. So now I actually really am looking at this bag and the features of it, and if it's the sort of thing I would like. And based on everything, it is actually something that I would definitely like. The only reason I didn't like it before was the price point. That was the biggest thing, was the price point of the bag. But now that it's so comparable to a Kelly 25, now it's definitely opened up my eyes, because I'm much more into small bags. I'm not really into massive big bags. It's just not really what I'm into. I used to be, but I just kind of changed, got used to having smaller, carrying less, not having a big wallet or anything like that. So watch this space, keep an eye out on the website, ask a sales associate. I know I certainly will be asking about it. Maybe not yet, because I feel like when it comes to my particular boutique, and because of the demand and the lack of stock, I don't want to push for those really desirable items while I'm still waiting on a Birkin or a Kelly, because I'm worried that it's going to set me back in getting a Birkin or a Kelly, because it's been almost 2 years. So I may not ask yet, but I'm definitely going to be stalking the website to see if the 21 centimeter size comes up in the new 24-24. And how annoying is it saying that bag? Like, why couldn't they name it something else? I feel like 24-24 is like just a real mouthful. Like even the 2002 bag I feel is a bit easier to say than the 24-24. But if you liked this random and a bit all over the place video, then give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!